Hey guys, this is Rafi Ozick and welcome to your 8th JavaScript tutorial for beginners. In this tutorial we're going to discuss objects. So previously we talked about variables and we would have, let's say, a variable that's person. We'd say var person equals Rafi, and that would be my variable for person. But what if I wanted to make an object with multiple definitions and properties, and maybe also ability to do some kind of functions inside? I want to make essentially a real world object that, a real person that is able to do things that a person might be doing. So what we would do is we would do equals brackets, and now we could have multiple properties and multi-line definition here for this person. So I can create now the property first name. I could say it's Rafi. Last name, say, well, I'm actually going to skip last name. I will say first name Rafi, we'll say age 28, and we'll say salary none of your business. None of your business. And then we could add a method here, and a method is essentially a function where we could actually have this person do something. So let's create a talk function. So we're going to have function talk. We're going to call this talk. First we're going to make it talk, and then it's going to be function. And this is kind of an anonymous function since it's not going to be named, but it's called by using this talk property on the person. So we'll say function, and we'll say document.write, and inside of here we're going to write person dot first name, and that's how we're going to call that first name property. Well, first let's do quotes and say my name is plus person dot first name plus my age is plus person dot number age plus, and my salary is plus person dot salary. And that's going to be documented. Right. If we go down here and now we call this person dot talk and we load it up, and it's loading, and you'll see it says my name is Rafi, my age is 28, and my salary is none of your business. So that's very cool, and that's basically an introduction into objects. Now you see here we use this person.firstname and person.age and person.salary to call this. This works, but there's later on with objects is you can use one person object to create multiple different people objects, and kind of each time you do that, you wouldn't be able to call this, you would want to be able to call that individual object by itself. So we're going to use this property. And you don't have to understand this 100%, just know that it's calling itself. So instead of saying person, it's calling the object that is the parent of it. So we see here, person is the object that this is inside of, so we'll be calling it will be calling the person object. So say this dot first name, and my age is this dot age, and then my salary is this dot salary. And let's see if this works as well, and it does. So that's a brief intro into objects. Just another cool thing is we have this dot first name. You could also do another way is you could do with brackets. So you could say this brackets first name, and that would also work whether it's this or person. So if we just change this to person, and you'll see that it'll still work. So that's just a question of syntax, and it'll also work with this. I personally prefer the period because it's just less. Instead of doing inside of these brackets, I prefer to just do this dot first name for objects. So that's a brief introduction into objects, and in the next tutorial I'd like to go over arrays with you.